excited about it. I'm really excited about today's episode. I'm ready to get into the reminiscence.
Yes, come here. Have a seat. Come into the office. Have a sit down.
Wonderful.
I've pulled up an employee performance review.
My favorite thing.
I think it's time for our yearly review. And what department are you in with WBAH?
You know, we've never actually designated roles for ourselves, and going on 5 years, never once have we actually given each other a role or a title. I'm just now realizing.
I guess the obvious one, as far as the entertainment side of things, would be co-host, co-producer.
Yeah, co-producer. Do that because that
editors,
co-producer sounds official.
Yeah. I like having that producer credit there. But also behind the scenes, I know in the very beginning we talked about giving ourselves the title. Macy would be CFO of Frubs Media Inc. And I would be the COO of Frubs Media Inc. And I believe we just immediately didn't abide by that at all. But I think
no, those lines blurred so fast.
All right, let me ask you here. How would you review your, as well as WBAH as an entity, the ability to accomplish assigned responsibility? Do you think WBAH accomplished its responsibilities this year? What are WBAH's responsibilities?
That's the question I was going to ask. See, define responsibility. Because if you're saying our responsibility of releasing an episode every week, we did that. You know, I think we maybe only took 1 week off.
I mean,
this
more
year.
Or less, yeah.
But if you're talking about answering emails in a timely manner, no.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see. The responsibility of WBAH, I would say, would to uphold a 90% regular schedule. Wednesday is the day. We don't really have a time, so I'd say that doesn't really matter. I know we had some late ones this year. I think the responsibility would be to educate, inform, bring information information to the table, and entertain.
Entertain, I think, is a big word there. Entertainment. No, edutainment. That's the word. Entertainment isn't a word that already exists.
What about irritainment?
Oh, I'm sure we've totally irritated the hell out of people, I'm sure, this year. There's no way we haven't. And actually, I know we have because I've read our reviews. Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. Let's see. What do you think are WBAH's suggested areas of improvement? Where could we improve? Yes, I did Google.
I've gathered that
year-end performance review template, and I'm looking at it. But goal achievements.
What?
I'm a bad boss. Suggested areas of improvement.
I love that when you have to answer that question about yourself. It's totally not a demeaning power dynamic.
It's a cute way of saying, what do you think you did wrong?
Yeah. And you better think of everything, because if you leave one out, I'll think you did it on purpose. I hate it. I hate it so much. You know, I got told essentially in my one and only corporate job that one of my true performance thing was essentially like, I didn't smile enough in meetings. Like that was like thought to be so important. It was put on my merit performance review that I didn't smile enough. And I was like, I wonder how many fucking dudes got that on their performance review. I'm just curious.
Wow.
Yeah. I looked bored.
Yeah. How many dicks? Wow. Did you say, well, it's boring? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't even.
Can we all stop
I feel like in that moment,
like
because my manager hated me. My manager hated me anyway. And so at that point, and also like, I knew I was quitting. Right. And so like at that moment, I was just like, okay. Yep. I was. I didn't say that, but I just probably was just like, noted. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. I love when you reach that point where like I don't even want to say negative, but just the like, you could work on this kind of feedback just goes right over. Just rolls
just
off
like,
your
yeah,
fucking
you got
back,
it, buddy.
like, yeah, sure, dude, I'll work on that.
Sure will. Yeah.
Whatever. For WBA's areas of improvement, I think, you know what I would like to do in the coming year? I would like to expand. You know what I mean? I want to do those experience episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, we got one of those in the pipeline.
Don't know exactly when, but it's on the books.
Yeah. Yeah, coming up in like the next month.
We could stand to be I started that sentence and I didn't have an end, and I was hoping I would come up with something, but I didn't. I think we're perfect. We don't need to improve.
Nothing no notes, you know.
What about our demonstration of core values? First of all, what are our core values?
I don't know. Not to be complete raging assholes. I think it's just mostly it. Like,
okay.
If we are, admit it.
Yeah. And to bring information to the table in a as non-biased way as we can. I'm talking here not about like biased, about like, hey, I don't like the fucking Wonderful Christmas Time, that song. I don't mean like that, but I mean like our specific topics. You know,
sure.
I think we're pretty unbiased with our topics. And to continue to rag on ourselves when we make mistakes.
Love a good self-ragging. How long is this?
Self-ragging. There's one more.
Okay.
Dude, bro. The like me picturing like you in that corporate, like high level corporate job, you know, and sitting there and asking that exact question when they're giving you your review.
Like, how long is this?
Is this? What a fucking power move. What could they do besides just blink?
Besides answer, man. Then it's like, okay, well, chop chop. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, why? You got somewhere to be? Okay. Additional comments is our last thing here. What additional comments would you like to give to WBA as a whole for its performance review? I love how this is switched. Who's giving the review for what, like 100 times, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm very confused at the overall dynamic that has been created.
Don't be
here.
Just don't be.
But
yeah, just stop.
Honestly, it was such a wordy. I forgot what the question was. What was the question?
It just said additional comments.
Oh, got it. Okay.
You know what we should do? We should take this template and we should put it over on Facebook.
Oh my God, let everybody performance review us.
Performance review.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
We just get fucking roasted by everyone who's just like, they suck.
God,
they don't ever answer
it.
us, and they hate us. That would be it probably over and over and over.
You know
again.
what would fucking ruin my life is like we get this performance review and it's like, here's the good things. And it's like a list of 75 things. And the areas of improvement, it's like, you know, I could probably do with just a little bit, just a tiny, it's not a big deal, a tiny little bit less of really loud, annoying laughing. That's it. That's all. Yeah. But everything else is great. That would ruin me for months.
Yeah, it is. You do. You retain the one bad thing in the sea of good things. It's just the way it goes.
You can shake 100 hands a day, but you'll remember the one that slapped your face the most.
The one that punched you right in the fucking button.
What's the button? Is that
No, I meant it in like, you hear it in like boxing a lot, like right in the button. It's like right in there's a spot right along your jaw that is like, it's like a total knockout spot. And so it's like, you go, right the button, you know, it's like a knockout. But you could just punch, what is it, fucking donkey punch? Is that when you punch someone right in the butt?
No.
I can't ever remember.
That's when you punch the back of
the head.
That's when you punch the back of the head. But please, guys, if there's a cute term for punching someone right in the butt, please tell it to us. Can you imagine? Woof. Okay. Wow. Okay. So this is the last episode of the year, guys. Strap in for some silliness, but we're just gonna kind of wrap up the year and talk about the years past.
Yeah, years past. Things that we did this past year that were noteworthy and fun, like fucking travel, man. We traveled a lot this year, more so than any other year.
Yeah, okay,
and that's big.
Good place to jump off of. Where did we travel this year? I know the big one. We went to Anahans. What the hell is that? We went up to Pennsylvania. Who is she? We road tripped it. So we visited more states than I've ever visited.
Well, yeah, considering the year started with us rocking out to Tucson.
And let me tell you, that does not feel like this year. That feels like last year. But we did have
it feels
some
like a long time
ago. Oh yeah. Memorable moments on that Tucson trip that, again, does not feel like this fucking year. I'm going to drop some things, and you tell me if it sounds like it was from this year. Fucking fudge. That feels like 4 years ago.
I know. That was this year.
Ooh, big nut.
It's crazy. Big nut. Yeah, bro.
Fucking sky cow. Wonder how that thing's rocking.
Okay. Had a strange experience the other day. Like a strange
sky
thing
cow?
In the sky.
Ooh.
No, different from sky cow. I would call this like sky slash, which was a weird thing.
Like the guitar player?
So, no, unfortunately not. I wish.
Damn.
And so basically this like strange bar that was in the sky, like it was just like a like somebody, you know what it looked like? It looks like somebody opened up like a box cutter and just pushed it through the sky. And this is a simulation. Ooh. And what was behind the sky was just white light. Do you know what I mean by that? It was like the sky just had a cut in it, and it never moved.
Sick.
It was interesting. I don't know what to make of it, but yeah, because I take shit like that so serious. It was like, all right, I need to actually analyze this. I
had one. Well, not really had one, but I was scrolling through TikTok and there was apparently, I don't know if more news has come out about this or whatever, but there was some dude in Vegas, and I saw a couple of different ones, but I think it might have all been from the same guy though. So take that with a grain of salt. But they all, like, a big group of people went out of a casino or a club in Vegas, and there was this UFO just chilling out above the place. And I mean UFO in like the true sense, like it was just something unidentified. I don't mean like it was a perfect flying saucer, but it was some weird lights, and it seemed to be like a solid object, and it's just like, what the fuck is that? And there were some cloud covers, so it could have been the reflection of something. But I did notice there were little parts of this UFO that were shaped like fucking sky cow. So I don't know, take that what you
sky cow is an interesting thing, because I have seen other things that look like sky cow, just the little silvery, glinty kind of cube thing in the sky.
Yeah.
And
it looks
that
like, if you're out of the loop,
common.
If you're out of the loop on what sky cow is, if you didn't listen to the Tucson episode or anything that, we did explaining any of this, Macy and I on the way back from Tucson, we saw a UFO in the sky that just kind of stayed there for a long time.
Forever.
And it just looked like a big Tic Tac, or like, those propane tanks, those big like oblong propane tanks.
Yeah.
It just looked like one of those things in the sky. That was sky cow. I guess just because it was,
I don't remember why that name stuck. Yeah, it just kind of did.
But yeah,
and at this time we were in the heart of the Southwest. Like, we were driving through all of the gorgeous Southwest stuff. So it was open sky. Like, I got sunburned just from driving. It was open, clear sky. And that thing stayed there forever. And then we just happened to, and then it was gone. and I don't know. And so I'm interested in it, but that was a dual UFO sighting that we got to see. That was also the first road trip that Edward came on.
Sweet little Edward. Yeah, let's talk about, where did Edward go? Edward got to where did we drive to that he essentially just stayed in the car the whole time, but we were like, he went, but we forgot to take pictures.
Pennsylvania.
Are you sure?
To Pennsylvania.
You did take him out for once for that
all the way.
That signage.
Right.
The signage.
Yeah, but that was pretty much it. He did ride in the car. Yeah, he rode in the car, but he didn't make appearances. I'm pulling up a map though of the United States, and I'm going to see how many states though Edward crossed through this year. Just to so keep a count for me, okay?
Okay, yes. I'm counting, fingers are ready.
All right. So, New Mexico.
That's
Arizona.
1. That's 2.
Arkansas.
That's 3.
Tennessee.
4.
Virginia.
That's 5.
Maryland.
6.
Pennsylvania.
7.
West Virginia.
8,
Ohio.
West Virginia. 9.
And Kentucky.
10. And 11 if we count
Texas.
Texas.
And Mississippi.
Okay, that's 11.
No, never mind. Texas. Never mind. We weren't in Mississippi. We were right on the border
10.
of Mississippi. We didn't actually cross into
don't
Mississippi.
Count Texas.
Yeah. So, I mean, he went a long way.
He's traveled. He's well traveled. He swam across the fucking ocean, Macy.
That's true. Yeah, if anything, we went incredibly slow.
He was so bored.
For him.
There was not even
this was
a
also
the
year of. This was the year of Twilight resurgence.
This was the year of Twilight, and not just us, my guy. This was a
everybody. It's all over. Yeah,
yeah. And we hopped on that train real quick. And I know we probably annoyed many of you out there who are not fans or don't give a shit. Which, you know what to say? I see, that's fine. I think we also inspired quite a few people who had never experienced it to experience it through a lens different than they might have expected.
Sure. Yeah. Well, and I think this was a good year for me too. I learned this year to embrace the pain of cringe. Like something switched for me. And I can view things now, because I used to be very bullish on like it's if something's shit, it's shit. You know, if it's bad, it's bad. I don't really care, you know, but now it's like it took me some time to truly understand, like, you know what? There is beauty in dog shit sometimes. Yes. You know, if you if you go into it being like, I'm in this because I know this isn't good, then you might be in for a surprise. It might entertain you, but in the way that cringe does, which is like eating, like shotgunning a whole can of easy cheese.
Yeah. Oh, you know it's bad, but it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll sit there and you'll read the label and you will critique it to shit. And you'll talk about how bad it is.
Oh, yeah.
And oh my God, why does this exist? But you're going to be shoving it in.
Oh yeah. Gleefully.
Let's see. We also, speaking of cringe, we partook in some more Virgin River this year. We also...
Yeah.
Which I want to just skip right over because it's still, for me, the grief is still too near. I can't.
But I do. Some of my fondest memories, like ever, are in that. Because here's the deal.
Airbnb?
One, that might have all happened in that Airbnb. The first one, the one in Tucson, because we would have these fantastic days hosted by Kimothy, who would just blow our fucking cocks off with her food choices that they picked out for us. That I was talking to Kim the other day. I was like, really, because I've been very nostalgic for that road trip. I loved that road trip. It was just the right length, like to where the drive to Pennsylvania kind of like was a lot to do. The drive to
Yes.
Tucson, I had a blast. I loved it.
Also-
9-hour days, 8-9 hour drive days, and it was gorgeous.
Yes.
I mean, fucking A, the Southwest. It was just unreal.
The drive up to Pennsylvania, dude, it was also very streamlined. We knew what we had to drive.
Yes.
We had to get somewhere at a certain, and we had to get there at a certain time, but
Yes.
we were more flexible with the Tucson trip. So when we stopped, we could stop and like enjoy Roswell, or we could stop and
The
go
Thing.
through the thing. Yeah. The museum, the thing or whatever. So we were able to, I don't know, digest it a little bit more. Whereas the other one, it was just sort of like, go, 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 go. Or we were on our way back and we were just like, I gotta go. I gotta go home.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've been missing it a lot, but I was talking to Kim Brosif. Do you remember that guava and cream cheese empanada that we had?
God.
I think about that empanada a lot, and it makes me really misty-eyed and really sad that I can't have it all the time.
It was so good. I think about
rocked me.
Was it the Ethiopian joint we went to?
Ethiopian, man. Yeah, and that place, that was a little square of the Flavortown Tapestry. That is a place of diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Oh my God, I fucking forgot about that. Okay, add that to the resume.
Yeah. That was delicious. Oh, it was delicious. All of the food was good. If y'all ever need if you're ever going to like Tucson or surrounding and you need recommendations, like I'm volunteering her for this. She didn't ask for this, but like if you have just like Kim knows all the good food. Listen to me when I say that. It's the truth.
Don't reach out to Kim directly. Just put a post on Facebook.
Yeah, put it in the coven and be like, all right, going to Tucson. I need good food. And listen, she'll get there so fast. Like she'll be on that post so fast, and you'll have so many recommendations, and they're all going to be so fucking good.
She's a fucking Taurus. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. The Taurus. Yeah.
Dude, over this past Christmas break, I was with Dad, and I got a little tipsy on Christmas champagne because I love a champagne. The champagne that starts off as a mimosa, and then you just keep refilling the glass with champagne, but no orange juice, and then you're just
less and less orange juice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got a little tipsy, and I remember being out on the porch with Dad, just kind of chatting, and at one point just explaining Tauruses to Dad. And just as he kind of glassed over, and it was just like, But I remember just going on a real big, a rant almost about Tauruses and how they are, and why Kim is the most Taurus.
Is the most Taurus, for sure. The lamp is all you need to know about that.
The lamp at Anahata's. Yeah. Which, I mean...
And it's beautiful.
Even outside of the travel segment, Anahata's was its own slice of thing.
It was. I mean, that whole like, because of the drive too, like that was like 10 days, 11 days, and it was a whole adventure from start to finish. And especially with Anahata's there in the middle, that's just like this, again, you lift off and out of reality and go somewhere else for a little bit. And I just
4 or 5 days.
It's so weird driving out of that place. Like, I remember us driving out of there.
It's like your soul comes back to its physical body, and you're just like, where have I been?
Yeah. Yeah, and like being behind a wheel. I remember driving and being like, God, this feels weird, even though I had just driven so much. Yeah.
The live show was a great time. I adored that live show. I think it was a really, really good time. Let's see what else happened this year. This was the year of, I don't know, how would you give me like 2 or 3 words max to describe this year?
I feel like you and I kind of got back into the swing of things a little bit. I feel like this was a year of kind of getting back into the swing. We had some trips. We went, of course, like the big trips, and then we had our little Marshall trip. And
we did an on-location
went all around like
spookisode
that,
for the
like we
first
used to
time.
do.
Yeah. The first time in a long time. We joined OnlyFans this year.
We did join OnlyFans this year, which is like still being worked out because my internet sucks and I'm trying to figure that out. But like, it's a thing that we can do, especially when we travel, which is nice.
I think that we will not elaborate on that any further. In case you're like, this is the first time you're hearing about us on OnlyFans, we're not going to tell you what happens. Just go over there. onlyfans.com/wbahpodcast. Find it.
We're there. There's stuff.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. So this was also a year of planning things and perhaps launches, maybe getting ready to launch things, which brings us to a little segment that I want to talk about. Macy, you have something exciting in the works and coming out very soon.
Launch! Yes.
I think about that too much.
I know. Such a bummer, man.
Launch!
Did not work for me. Launch!
Oh, God, I love that.
Yeah. So I completely forget that this whole year, like my whole yoga training happened in this year. Like it's contained entirely.
Wow.
Like we started at the end of January and ended in July. And that's crazy to me that was all like, and so, going into that and learning that. And now I've been teaching for a good while and comfortable with all of that. And so I'll be starting my own venture, which is launching real soon. It's going to be a separate Patreon, and it's Macy Anise Yoga. And I was trying to think, I was like, for a long time, I was like, what's like a cool, clever name I could use? And I kept coming back to that because it's just like, it is what it is. That's what it is. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be Macy Anise Yoga. Lyra did the artwork for the logo, and it's cute. God damn it. It is cute. And she took some pictures that make me look like
those pictures
a really cool person. Yeah.
And so many of the beans have been asking if you were going to offer classes, because, you've talked about offering classes here locally in our area, but how they would be able to attend. So now, like, all the beans can attend a Macy Yoga if they show desire. Yeah. And I want it to be something that is doable. Like, unfortunately, yoga is a really kind of expensive generally it's expensive to do a class.
And that can be a bit
dude.
Yeah. And especially if you sign up for a month, it's just the way that it is. It's honestly hard to make money running a yoga studio. And so generally you run into some high prices and things like that. And there's some exclusivity there that's kind of a bummer considering what can come from yoga. And so it's going to be affordable. It's going to be, there's a class starting out because I want to make sure, I'm able to put all of me in it and not get overwhelmed. So it's going to be an hour-long class a week. And I'm thinking those will come out on Mondays. And of course, you get to keep the backlog because it's Patreon. And then once a week, having an audio kind of this type of format, but it'll just be like an audio study session going into parts of yogic philosophy beyond asana yoga, which is the postures, which like in the West, so easily becomes like, that's what yoga is. It's what I thought all of yoga was because it was what I was exposed to. And there's such a deeper like entire tapestry of yoga and like cultural significance and historical significance, and I want to go through that every week, not only just to respect yoga, but also once you learn all of that, it brings it all together and makes it so much more clear. Like the philosophy side or part of my training was my absolute favorite. It was so wonderful just to delve into that. So I want to talk about that every week. And it's going to be like $20 a month. That's 4 or 5 classes, depending on how many weeks are in the month. And then the study session. And that's kind of like the price of like an average yoga class. I was just going to say, there'll be full hour-long classes.
Not to be too, for the price of a cup of coffee, but like in a very real, legit way, if you go and look at like in-person classes, like going to a place full of other people, which like that's what keeps me away, dude, is like the just being there in front of other people. I don't know you. I don't want to leave my house, brother. You shit like that. But check it out. It's like, I don't know. I want to say like you either have to get like a whole ass membership to do it, which is like, I don't know, a ton of money, or per in-person classes, which is probably $20 per class. So $20 for 5 classes plus like what is essentially a whole separate podcast. That seems pretty good. I'm sorry. I'm not actually like, I'm not like trying to be like a commercial right now. I'm just really proud of you.
I'm letting you go. No, it's nice. I'm really excited about it. And it's been many months in the working, getting it set up, getting my space set up, and wanting to be in a spot there. I was like, all right, I feel comfortable enough to teach digitally, because I won't be able to see my students, and learning how to cue properly for that, and substitutions, because not everybody has things that are available to everybody else, and be able to teach for beginners and intermediate people in the same class. And I can't see any of you. I wanted to get to that point. And I just want it to be a place that it just kind of makes it so that it comes back down to earth a little bit. Like if you have any interest in yoga at all, like, and you're on social media, the algorithms pushed you what is essentially like contortion now. It's like it's super advanced, and it's like, and it drives me nuts, dude, because not only is it just like very discouraging, it's fucking dangerous, because it's just like, here's these 2 poses I did to get into a full middle split. And it's like, no, it's like, that's not that's not how this works. Like they don't talk about the years of training and the warm up. All of these things don't even talk about like warming up before you, and it's just like this. It's just dangerous, and it's also discouraging, because if you see somebody who's in a complete like full back bend bow pose or something, and it's like they're basically straight up, heels and hands to the sky, and it's like they're and it's like that's all you see. Because honestly, like that's one of the reasons when I started out that I got injured all the time, was because my fucking ego was like, but I need to look like them, because if I don't, I'm failing. And it's just like, this is my journey of going through that and learning that, and then learning how to, utilize my own body and teach in a way that's kind of bringing it back down to earth again. That's like, no, that's not what this is really about at all. And I just want everybody to know that you can, there's no barrier to entry here in regards to like availability and what you can do. It's not if you can't touch your toes, that's okay. It's fine.
It's also to see what has been pushed to us. Not all the time. There are really, of course, great examples out there. However, for the most part, when I'm flipping through, I don't know, TikTok, and I see someone on the floor doing a fucking pretzel, that's what I see. It's super discouraging as someone who is, I don't know, like a plus size body, so like someone like me who's like, oh, I'm not going to do that. Or someone who is, again, like me, super beginner. And it's like I'm flexible. That's not the issue. It's like holding the pose. That's like an issue for me. And just the whole part of it is just like, oh, I'm not even going to try, because like that's really intimidating. But I've taken your class. I took your class at Anahata's, and despite the fact that I was getting my sacral chakra blasted open and just almost crying in front of everybody and just kind of standing there and disassociating at the ground. Despite that, I was able to keep up. I'd say like 85%. There were some parts in there that I was sweating, but that was also probably the breakdown I was having.
Sure. Yeah. And you didn't even have a mat. You were just on the ground, on the dirt.
That's another part. There were worms and grubs.
There's that too. And it was cold too. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to teach in this way, and just try to be inclusive and try to talk about all of yoga. And because like the West has really, I mean, like that's what we do in basically so many capacities, but with yoga also the West has, I don't want to say it's missed the point, but it's looked away from a lot of the point a lot.
It has magnified,
and I'm excited to delve into that.
Not the point. Yeah.
Yeah, it has taken one of the most, of course, like the more like physical tenets and focused exactly, like fixated on that specifically. And asana is important. I love practicing the postures. I love practicing asana. It's what got me to yoga. It's what gets so many people to yoga, and that's great. But man, when you pair it with like the whole and like go and study the text and whatnot, then it's just like a whole system and it's just right there for you. And I'm excited to talk about that because it's also just it's just very enriching to study. And I'm excited for my own thing because like this show does, it keeps me studying, you know?
Yeah. 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 The constant student is a good place to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Constant
I'm excited
student.
about that.
I like that.
The constant student. That's going to be like, I don't know. We should do something with that. We should do like something on OnlyFans with that. I don't know what, but we'll figure it out. Oh, wow. Yeah. So
oh my gosh.
Things being created this year and just sort of branching out in that way. It was a good year. It was a good year for that. And another thing is I just kind of want to keep it on the positive side because I think especially since, 2020, it's been really easy to just kind of turn New Year's / year reviews, wrap-ups, whatever, into just this like dogpiling of negative emotions, and I'm kind of over that. I
think a lot of people are over that.
Kind of over it.
Yeah, right now, just because we've been through it. Yeah.
Yeah. In a way that just seems repetitive. And of course, I'm not saying like, let's be toxically positive, or anything like that.
Yeah, that nothing bad happened because...
Yeah, no.
I can watch on a torrent of bad things that happened this year.
And are still happening and will probably continue. But like, God, I don't know. Just mindlessly bitching about it for like 2 hours straight is not something I want to do.
And this year... I liked for the purpose of this year I don't know about you, and I'm curious to know because in particular, like the quarantine and the COVID years of 2020 and 2021 blipped by for me because they were kind of spent. And to me, I was just largely just in a state of nothingness, like it was just, I was miserable for large parts of it. This year kind of felt like normal time again, this year has felt longish. Again, like it felt like a year to me, long.
There's also substance to look back on because at the end of, say, 2021, a lot of it was just quarantine, being at home. Everything you look back on, it's just like Zoom meetings and making fucking sourdough starters. It's like, which is great. It was its own little slice of time. I don't mean it was great. You know what I mean? I mean there are.
I know what you mean
about it that you can.
But there was like a shell shock to get over of.
Yeah,
because like even the latter half of 2021, you could go do shit. People were out doing shit and all that. But it was like, and I can speak for me and you as well because it went that way for the show. We were so out of practice that it's like we didn't even start even doing anything, even though we could, until like really this year again. Just because it was shit, okay, like now it's cool.
There was also a level of, I don't know, fear, I guess fear, maybe, precaution, because we're very much not over it. It's very much not gone in the past, you know what I mean? However, we know more about it, and we know
a bit more what we're dealing with here. Yeah.
Exactly. There's things to look back on this year. There's trips and changes of scenery, and just personal development. I feel like personal development was pretty big, at least this past year for me. Y'all know that I moved out into my own place. It's been about a year. I just renewed my lease, so about a year and a half now. I've gone through this change, and I feel like, God damn it, it is a struggle to I don't know, set forth these ways that you want to improve and then actually achieve them, and kind of learn to be okay with the knockback of not achieving things or not doing things in the time frame that you wanted to do, or even to sometimes you think like, oh shit, I'm doing so well and things are going according to plan. And then something you just kind of, it's like you come to and you're like, no, I've kind of been struggling. You know what I mean? You're like, it's like, I thought like the grieving process, if you want to put it that way, was done and dusted. But then like you find yourself having these whole moments. And I'm not just talking about divorce. I'm talking about just any kind of big change that you can go through.
Sure.
You find out you're like, you know what? Maybe I didn't achieve every single fucking goal that I put forth for myself, because I was also going through a period of, again, I hate to say grieving, but like, just that morning. I think
it's really important to recognize, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's giving yourself the grace. And that's and that's something that you can go into with, like, and we can have a whole conversation about resolutions, because resolutions are a very black and white thing, and so many things require context, and oftentimes just accomplishing XYZ is pretty impressive, and you can look back, or if you didn't get the thing done, you'd be like, I didn't do it, or I failed at this. Okay, sure. Look back though and tell me what you did do, because I guarantee you there are things that you have done in this past year that you've forgotten about that were notable, and you grew, and you you did something, and we don't think about it because we only think, like we said earlier, you only think about the hand that punches you in the butthole. You don't think about the good hands, like
right, the button, the good hand. We need a shirt with someone getting punched in the asshole and it just says the good hand. Can we just please someone make that? We'll buy it from you. We'll put it on a shirt. But yeah. And I know for me what that looked like. I know for me it looked like feeling like an absolute failure, because some days I would just get up and there were very literally, you hear some people like in this way that we refer to like depression. You're just like, sometimes I can't get out of bed. There were days like I literally could not get out of bed. I'd be like, I'm going to pee, and that's about it. Like, I'm going back because I don't have it in me. And you would kind of feel like, I don't know, a failure or like a piece of shit or something like that. But then you do stop and you think, what did I do this past year? And you're like, I signed a fucking lease all by myself for the first time ever. Like, I've set a place up. I've journaled every fucking, whatever little accomplishments that you've done. It's important. So, everybody just take a minute. Let's all have a moment to just sit and think about the things we've done. Macy, be quiet. We're going to take 2 full minutes to sit and think about the things we've done.
Wow. Awkward, quiet 2 minutes. But it's a healthy exercise. And like, write it down. Like, seriously, take a minute and write it down. Like, think to take some time and let yourself recognize what you did. And
do you ever,
it's always a surprise. Do that?
Exactly. It's a surprise. Do you ever write down the list and you think the things, the good things or whatever, you think that's going to be two little bullet pointed lists. But then you get to it and you write like half a page and you're like, wowzers, I really fucking forgot about things. Even if you list the things that just, like, I found myself making a list like that and been like, I took a fucking shower or whatever, right? And it's like, whatever feels like that accomplishment. You write it down and it feels a little bit like you're cheating because you're like, I breathed oxygen today. But like, sometimes that's a win, So just give yourself, like May said, like grace. Give that grace, that concept of grace that always freaked me out because I just knew it had something to do with Jesus. But
I know. Well, and I don't know. I think any progress is good. It's the Yira energy. It's all good. And a year is both a very long and a short time. And sometimes you cannot accomplish all that you wanted to do, but it is important to know that doesn't exist like in a vacuum. There are other things that go into that. And then there are percentages of accomplishment. It's like, no, maybe it didn't get to where you wanted to be, but you started, or you got somewhere, or you're doing this instead. Or maybe that rabbit hole thing that you didn't quite pan out on led you to something else, which had you doing XYZ. It's just, we don't live in a vacuum. There's so many things that steer our direction. And I think as long as you're walking forward, that's good. That's growing, and just we should all be proud of that. And it's important to have that attitude going into another year. Don't stress yourself and to be like, all right, what am I gonna fail at this year? Don't, there's no need there's no need for that, because you didn't fail. Like it's just it's an easy trap to fall into that we do to ourselves, but also like society does to us with the thing of like, all right, like new year, new me. Like, no, not really. Like you're the same you, and we have a year to see what we want to do with that you. And that's the truth of it.
Well, I really like that you've said this before in the past, that you don't do resolutions. You do an area to improve or to study on or what have you every year. And I really like that. And I kind of had this weird moment, and I've said this before, but like my thing is I always feel weird taking other people's things. Like I always feel like I have to come up with my own version of that. You know what I mean? And I had this whole thing of just like, it's okay. She probably won't mind if I do that too. Like,
I don't mind.
But that's one of my, what are you like, please don't do that, Charlie. Write me after this episode. Hey, Charlie, listen. But like that's one of my areas that I struggle with, and I have to kind of watch myself on, is like I can't just be like, have to do everything. Things are allowed to not pan out, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Do you have an area of study that you're looking at?
You know what? I've thought about that in between flop sweats of like, am I allowed to do this because Macy did it? Now I'm going to look like I'm fucking ripping her off. I don't know. That's something I'm still going to have to think on, because that thing happens where almost too many ideas like come to your brain, and you're like, I gotta take a breath and think of one thing. One thing feels large to me. So I think I think I probably want to make it very, very broad. God, I just don't know. I was thinking about, and Macy, you know about this, and I'm not really talking about it yet, but I was thinking about that business venture that I will be coming out with next year, of really, really trying to focus in on that. What did you do this year? Was this your yoga?
This year was a year of studying yoga. Yeah. And I don't always do like one thing. Like this coming up here, I'm doing a lot of work in breath work. But I also, this is a year I want to come back to my creativity. I want to be able to sit in front of a canvas in a sketchbook again and not get so freaked out at what am I going to do. When I was a teenager, I would sit down and I would just create. And my best paintings were when I was between the ages of like 16 and 19. Because I didn't care. I didn't give a shit what I was going to paint. I would sit down and do it. And then college ruined me in so many ways. And I'm that's something I really want to do this year, is just get back to creative roots. And yoga's helped with that a lot. I can just kind of get on the mat and move and make shit up that's fun and engaging. And I just want to find my creativity again. So that's kind of my two things, is I want to learn how to breathe and manipulate my body's systems via breath. And I want to be able to create with abandon.
I want to breathe. I like that. Something that I'm going to have to focus on with this, what is the word I'm looking for? With this system of thinking, this pick a thing to improve. There's a word I'm missing out on right now, but something I'm going to have to watch myself on is making lists of what I think I should be doing. Like this year, I'm going to journal every day, and I'm going to do this every day, and I'm going to do that. It's not like you know what I mean? It's not like a to-do list, but an idea.
And it's not even an everyday thing.
Improve.
It's just, it's just what you're interested in. Be like, I'm interested in this.
I'm sure there were days you didn't.
I want to give it a look. Oh my God, so many days I didn't do yoga. Like there's a lot of days that I didn't do. There's every now and again I go and teach at the studio, and like I haven't practiced in like 4 days, and I'll tell them that. I'll be like, I'm like stiff. I've not done anything in days.
You just walk in.
But that's just the way it is. Sometimes you don't want to. Yeah, it's rough. And that's just, I think you just be honest with yourself and be like, I don't have the bandwidth. And then sometimes I would just lay on my bolster in various positions doing essentially stationary yoga with minor changes for 2 hours straight. That counts. It's all progress.
Oh, dude, I want to get one of those and just roll it on my hip. And that fat meaty part. Oh, baby.
I love a bolster. I love a bolster so much. And it's so good. Oh, props. That's a whole other thing. I went into this year not even knowing what the fuck props were about. I was like, I don't need props.
Ah.
What kind of bitch shit is props? Stupid.
Strike it? You want me to strike
props
it?
are the best thing in the world. Strike it. I know, dude. I think about that scene so much. Strike it.
Strike it? You want me to strike it? Wowzers. So, okay, we got heavy. I think we went into it pretty deep. So I want to ask you a question right now. Macy, give me some of your funniest moments of WBAH history this year. One for me has gotta be the good hand punch in the butthole.
Oh, I'm glad that's recent. That's like a fresh one.
Yeah. A fresh butthole punch.
I have to say the absolutely dizzying experience that was the thing has got to be up there for me.
Absolutely. Yeah. That big finale, that finale they led to the whole time. Oh, baby.
Oh my God. That was surreal in every meaning of the word. And I'll never forget it. Best $2 we've ever spent.
Was that $2 to go through that thing?
Yeah, it was $2 a per, 2 or 3. It was like no more than $3 a person.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Worth every penny.
Yeah. Wow, lots of questions.
I think about that gift shop in Roswell. For some reason, not even the things that were in it, but just like perusing around and talking with the woman that worked there. And just that moment is very cemented in my brain folds.
I just remember so many little elements about that. Like that, and I think it's because we're coming up on it again. We're about a year out from that trip, and it's kind of coming up because we went in February, I think, into January maybe. And I've been thinking about that one a lot. I've been thinking about Tucson. I've been thinking about the desert. I've been thinking about the Southwest. And like,
Tucson,
man, just
Arizona.
That drive, the music.
Yeah.
This is how they talk in Tucson, Arizona.
Arizona. New York City.
City.
God, Jesus Christ. I think let's think specifically. I'm trying to think specifically of like something that happened through the episodes. What's like the funniest thing that happened on our episodes this year?
Oh God.
This isn't funny, but it's funny now. But like just talking and just having someone beat the shit out of my door.
Oh my God. That has happened more times than it should have.
They really, dude, I re-signed my lease recently, and I like really made a point to scroll through and read to my ability what was in the lease. And the amount of times that they talk about like how they may peacefully enter your apartment, I'm like, you may be violating the shit here, dude. I don't know if that's peaceful. I'm going to copy this and send it to a lawyer.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to like scroll through the year. I'm scrolling through our episode titles, but of course I don't remember dick shit in any of them. But like I was trying to read the titles and be like, do I remember anything here?
Of this? Well, do you have a favorite episode?
I don't
over this past year.
Oh God. Let me think about that. Favorite episode. I'm trying to think of one that we did that was fun. I enjoyed an episode that stands out. I really liked the Daddy Longlegs episode.
Yes, that was a good one.
The Harvestman. I remember enjoying that one. I really liked talking about pigeons live.
Yes.
That was fun for me. Really largely animal topics. I love those a lot. Like going into the bugs and animals, things like that. I love that we have an episode called Nightmares and Butterflies. That's fun.
I saw that. Yeah, I remember doing that. That's one I recorded that out in my parents' shed.
Apparently that's also where Nightmare Bag came from. March 2nd, Nightmare Bag is where This is where that happened. It's fun. I'm
It was a
scrolling
big
through now and I
year.
see Fudge as the name for Charlye and Blue Chalcedony. So we're here. We're all back in it.
I do like that a lot of the times we'll put memorable little quotes like that up in the like the little tagline, I guess, of the episode, because I'm scrolling through to look for one and I was like, you know what, here's the beta fish one. I really enjoyed talking about beta fish. It was applicable. Wetley's doing good for everybody who asks. He's doing great.
Really, he is good. Yeah, I'm glad. He's a healthy boy.
He is. And I've been saying it for a while now, but now that Christmas and everything is over, I'm gonna really deck his little space out and give him good little treats. But that is also the episode that Smell My B.O. Man came from. And that's one of
my B.O. Man. Oh, I love that.
I feel like somebody needs to do that.
I can't believe. I talked about molasses this year, which is wild because that's one that I love that topic. And that seems like years ago that I talked about molasses. That's crazy. Man, yeah. So we had at the start of this year, January 5th was our first episode 180, and we're now at episode 228. This will be 229, I think.
Wow.
So that's crazy. We're scooting on, trudging not only closer to death, but closer to 300 episodes.
What if it's one and the same?
It might be for everyone. Like we hit 300 episodes and then the world just ends.
Oh, neat. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
We all go down together. And yeah, everybody just blows up. The whole universe, even everything just blows up.
That's okay. That's fine. It's probably about time.
We're the very glue that holds the fabric of reality together now.
Fuck. I don't want to manifest this. We are just joking. Let me ask you this.
Every time CERN powers up that big LHC, we get a little bit more power in regards to maintaining the very fabric of reality.
Oof. CERN. You think they're listening?
Anyway, what?
What would you have liked to have done differently this year in regards to WBAH, in regards to your own life, yourself? What would you have done differently? Not regret so much. Just what do you now know that you wish you could have told yourself at the beginning of this year?
Yeah, I would have really prepared myself I would have let myself know, listen, you've got a hellacious heat wave coming. A lot of things are going to completely ruin your garden. No hard feelings. Don't take it personally because this was a pretty disastrous gardening year for me. And that's like the one like really disappointing spot that I have in this year was that we essentially just didn't hardly have, like we got some stuff out of the garden, but it wasn't like last year. Like we had 2021, we were fucking drowning in produce. Like it was the best. And like this year, everything kind of went wrong. The power outage killed our fish. And then the fish death paired with the heat wave spiked everything in the garden to where it just basically killed everything. And it just never panned out like that. I wish knowing I would have been like, listen to me, spring, Macy, I know you're all excited and you're planting your seeds and you're just so excited. There's really not much you can do this year. Like it's gonna all shit. It's gonna hit the fan for you. Don't take it super personally, okay, because it was very disappointing.
Shit is gonna shit the bed sometimes,
and
you might literally shit the bed sometimes, and that's okay.
You might shit the bed sometimes. You're just a body. You're just a body, and a body's gonna shit.
You just might shit your pants. I think that I would have told myself, Charlye, Elder Scrolls 6 is not coming out this year. Do not get your hopes up.
Golly, have they made one since Skyrim?
No, they haven't. They are working on it. They are teasing the fuck out of it. Oh, Todd Howard over there sitting there just jerking off to the suspense. And it reportedly, hopefully, maybe next year, but we'll see. And you know what? Here's
they're pulling a George R.R. Martin about it.
Yeah, it's gonna come out. They've said like it's gonna come out after I forget the game because it's so not even. I don't even give a shit. Star something. I fucking don't know, dude. Don't at me. I don't care. I don't know why I was so defensive with that. But anyway, they're like, yeah, it's gonna come out after this game that comes out in the beginning of 2023. So like maybe summer or the end of 2023. However, here's my thing with this. Much like The Sims 5. People are like, come on, hurry up, put it out. And I'm like, you know what? No. Fucking take your time.
Get it right first. Yeah, get it right.
Do lots of testing. Put all kinds of little Easter eggs and like story. Put the heart and the love in it that it needs. Because otherwise, you get things like The Sims 4. You get things like the last season of, speaking of Game of Thrones. That's what you get when you rush things.
Yes.
So you take your time. Hopefully we'll be live when it comes out.
What I'm excited about coming into this year.
Tell me.
You and I have a lot of shitty pop culture stuff that we've got coming for us that we can.
That's right.
Have. You and I can anxiously await season 5 of Virgin River.
Yeah.
And this is much less shitty, but there's also Bridgerton, bro. We've got Bridgerton coming out.
I'm so ready for Bridgerton.
Like, we've got that whole thing.
Listen, I saw a Bridgerton cookbook in, I don't know, like a Books A Million or something like that. And I like almost got it, but like, I think we should, because that would be a cute little thing to do. However, yeah, speaking of this being the year of creating things, we created Simply Captivating this year, or at least we workshopped it and created the idea.
We didn't actually do anything with it. We just talked about it.
And that bringing back around, that is my area of improvement. I think that I would have done differently or whatever. Is having great ideas is great, but actually putting forth steps to take to make them come to life is even greater. So that's.
I would like to get Simply Captivating off, if like there would be a goal. I'd like to get Simply Captivating off the ground in 2023. I think it would be, sure. Not only do I think it would be fun, I think it'd be easy to produce. Like, I think it's something that we could fold into our schedules, and it would not be a big deal, really, and it would be fun.
Yeah. And it could also possibly curb the issue of us just going on to our Twilight rants on this podcast, where people are not here for that.
Yeah.
And there could be a whole other podcast where we it's just for that, and we'll keep the witchiness over here. Speaking of keeping the witchiness, I am returning. You said last year felt like a return to things, and it definitely has, but I am returning to a point where I am able to focus on that again. Because a lot of last year was not at the foreground. That was not at the forefront of my mind. I had shit going on, brother.
Right.
But I feel like I am returning to that point where that can now take center stage in my life, and feel excited about it, and feel like I'm doing it every day again. Because this past year, I got to tell you, I think I might have just taken a break from being a witch this past year. There were still things I did. There were still things that I will never not do. But man, I don't know. My witch card might have been on what do they call it when it's not expired, but it's like, it's on hold?
Sure.
Whatever it's called.
I mean, we've all done it. We've all, sometimes like that's just what you gotta do what you gotta do, Yeah.
Yeah. And I've found myself wanting to re-listen to some of our episodes because, like we've said before, this weird thing happens where you can do all the research in the world and you can have everything out in front of you and talk about it for 2 hours on end. But then as soon as you're done, you're like, what did I talk about? So like, it's kind of fun to go back and listen to our old episodes, I think.
I need to get back in the habit of doing that again. I just don't. Because I just assume, and it's like, I just assume that I'm going to hear back and just be like, You're wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've gotten more concerned about that than I used to be. Like in the early days, we're just like, we'll just record anything and put it out. Fuck it. But I have a harder time listening back now because I'm like, how big of a fucking prick was I? Less so within the past, like in the newer ones, but I do struggle with some of the older ones. But yeah, I do. Every now and again though, I'll throw on some of my particular favorites of ours, and it's a good time.
I think it could also be helpful for us to re-listen to episodes, because I think we could either find areas of improvement, or we could be like, oh, hey, that was fun, let's bring that back. You know what I've been bringing back, not on the podcast, but a lot in my like personal life. It's been a lot recently.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
A lot. Maybe we'll sneak some in there. Maybe it'll become a whole ass competition. Maybe I'll win this time.
Wow. Maybe. You know what? Sure. Maybe you will.
Well, see, now you've flared up my natural Leo competitiveness.
Good. That's what I want.
But
I want
a
good, fair. I want a clean fight. I want a good fair fight.
My Leo sun is ready to fight. It feels threatened by the fact that you think I can't win. But my Pisces rising is just an absolute lack of ability or talent. So who knows?
See, my competitive nature, I feel like, is really fueled by my chart, because it's like I've got the Aquarius sun, which just automatically assumes that I have got it.
Need to be there.
Like I need to enlighten everybody, okay? Because I know what's going on, and then I've got the Leo rising.
Oh yeah,
that's just like, you're goddamn right. I know what's going on,
and shit ton of Capricorn,
and so it just. Yeah, it all pairs together as pretty a pretty cocky dude all in.
I am combative and ready on the surface, but once you kind of dig in, I'm real fucking flaky. So I don't know. We'll see.
It's that Pisces rising, man. It's so identifiable. I love picking out that Pisces rising, because it's like, oh yes, you are. You sure are. I love it.
Lyra and I are both Pisces risings, so I feel like you get you get your fair share of it.
I'm very familiar with the Pisces rising, and it's very beautiful. It's a very whimsical way to live this life.
And see, listen to me. You and your Aquarius, when you come through and say something's very whimsical, that hits me like a knife, because I know it's nice what you said, but I also feel like you're calling me a dumbass.
It's like that. No, it's cute. I mean, it's not what I would have worn, but no, on you it looks good.
Yeah. Hey, we're hearkening back to our first episode here, where I was like, you were like, I know what you said is nice, but you're really just like, oh, you're so not prepared with the notes.
Yeah. Wow. 5 years ago. Wow. Going on 5 years ago. 4.5 years ago.
Maybe we should make up a little questionnaire over for the Facebookers, and maybe we should ask the beans what you guys want to see more of. Maybe ideas for experience episodes. That'd be cool to hear from you guys about. I, for one, I know that
would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun, and just ask like, what do you want to see more of in this coming year, or whatever. I for one. I haven't done one in a very long time, but I used to do the Gods and Goddess episodes. And then I kind of had a little moment of like, well, what can I and can I not speak on? You know what I mean? I don't want to accidentally like speak on something that is like not for me or not for my like, I don't want to actually just be like, hey, it'd be super cool to talk about this God, but and then be offensive. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like,
I feel you.
I would really like to open up the mic for those Gods and Goddess episodes and be like, hey, do you work with a particular person? Are you
Yeah, we need to do that. We've been saying that for years.
Oh yeah, we've been saying that for years. So in this upcoming,
but we need to actually do it. That's what I mean by like getting in the swing of things.
Yeah. What if we did? What if we aimed to do a guest episode? Like, I don't know, like once a quarter. That'd be kind of cool.
At least once a quarter. I think that could be really. Yeah. I think that could be neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Interviews or just discussion episodes where they school us on something, you know?
Yeah, we learn from people who aren't us.
Idiots?
Which is good.
Morons?
Yeah.
What does he say in Blazing Saddles? It's like, these are simple people, salt of the earth. You know, morons.
I like that. No, I like the idea of incorporating more of that. And just, more, I'd like to do more location type stuff again next year. Mm-hmm. More spooky sods on location.
Yes.
I want to do that. I'd like to do some more investigating. Yeah. Yes. Some more investigation type stuff. We've got some equipment. We've got the gear.
Yeah, add that to the list of things from last year. That whole trip to Marshall, first of all, was cool. But particularly that ghost hunt. Mm-hmm. I had a lot of fun with that. And I can't stop thinking about that Italian joint we ate at.
It was delicious. I thought of it the other day and how you and I just had a full-on 3-course meal with wine and everything and just had the best time. It was wonderful.
We got to watch him in the kitchen. We had bread with Earl. It was so good. I am very hungry right now, so I'm going to try to.
No, I am ready for that.
But what were we talking about? My brain thought about food. I guess.
How do we do this? Should we do a poll? How should we do it in the coven? We do a poll and people can say what they want to see, or they can vote. Let's do one of those polls because I do like that. I'd like to get feedback.
Yeah. We'll put a poll up and we'll do a couple of our ideas, but then we'll open it up to where people can add their own ideas of stuff that they would like to see. Please be nice. Don't be like, less bullshit. Or whatever. I mean, I guess that's not fair to not ask for feedback like that. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just, don't be blatantly mean. Don't say your voices suck. I want less of your voices.
Yeah. Just, what you want to see, whatever, things that you like, things maybe we used to do that you liked. I would like to get back in the swing of the historical witch ones. The reason I've not really done those is because the ones that I do moving forward, I want to and I actually have a couple on reserve that are ready, but I want to read books and really delve in and make those a bit more deep of a dive. And I've just not really had that in me, but I'm really into it now, and I've got a couple lined up that I think could be really, really fun, and so that's something I would like to bring back this year.
I want to make a note of something right here, just to put out there. There are certain things that we have people ask us for more of that we know we have we haven't forgotten about them. They just kind of come out on not a schedule, but they come out when they come out. The Rune episodes. Don't worry.
Yeah, those just kind of come out whenever I have it in me to do it.
Gods and goddesses, we already touched on that. So, just putting it out that those are coming. We have not quit those. So yeah. But before anybody yells at us about that.
Yeah. And anyway, I mean, that's I think pretty much that's what I can think of for next year. That's lofty goals.
Lofty goals. We definitely need to do a big WBAH meeting and put together everything that we want to do. And just what I'm saying here is we'll look for good things to come this year. I also am remembering now that we became Rocco and Leeser this year in a more fleshed out form than we ever have.
Yes, yeah.
And we still haven't
really did, I feel, become real. Yes, we have not. And we really need to become them again.
Yeah.
I felt the call of Rocco. Yeah.
Yeah. I did too recently.
I felt that call.
I've noticed I noticed lasers will smile sometimes. I'll just, feel that little corner mouth happen, and I'll be like, oh, he's here, so we'll do that. But I don't know, man, that might be 2022 wrapped, dog.
Wrapped. Yeah, man. And next week we'll have a normal episode, a totally normal episode for you. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention. So, Hill and Holler wrote me and was like, so basically there was some technical issues, which we were very, very familiar with. And so those bath boxes that we like totally raved about, those are going to be available on December 30th. So there was like some site issues. So if y'all heard me go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about those boxes, you can get yours pre-ordered on December 30th. They are now ready. And so I just wanted to pop that on there since that ad was a little bit a while ago, but it's yummy stuff.
Lit. Yummy stuff. Speaking of yummy stuff, please make your way to Macy's. What it was? Is it Yoga by Macy or is it Macy Fraser Yoga?
Just Macy and East Yoga. I'm gonna have a separate little Instagram for it and have all of that going, so it's not just all my personal one and just being flooded with pictures of Penny in the mix. And yeah, so stay tuned for that.
We'll link that down in the show notes or whatever.
Yeah, when it exists. Yeah, I'm pretty spent. I've reminisced too hard.
I've reminisced my ass off.
I have. I feel spent now.
Yeah. I'm ready to wrap this year up. I'm ready for it to be done. Not that it was bad or anything. I'm ready to put it in the past and to start up with a new one. New and fresh. New hotness.
New hotness.
Yeah. Old and busted.
Wabah.
New hotness.
New hotness. There we go. Alrighty, tidy. I think we've given it, brother.
Should we end this by singing that really bummer song that you sing on New Year's?
Oh God, yeah. What is it? Old Lang Syne. What is it? Yeah. And all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. Is it mind? What do they say?
Is it light? Never brought to light? I don't know, man. The song's a fucking
And then they
bummer.
repeat it, to all acquaintance be... I don't know. It is sad. Anyway, happy New Year 2023. Let's be optimistic. I know it's like, oh, don't be optimistic because it could turn to shit. Well, it might not turn to shit. And if we aren't optimistic, we're manifesting shit. So let's be positive about this new year. And whatever it's going to give us.
Whatever happens.
Whatever happens, guys. We're in it together. Because when Wabah ends, the world ends. Don't forget that. So just in case you forgot that, that's still true. So we're all in this bucket together.
Hey, that's a way to manipulate people into not ever stopping listening.
It is. Yeah. Like seriously, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like bullying everybody into supporting us.
If the world ends, it's your fault because you didn't listen to enough.
Yeah, you did it, not us.
Ew, I hate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit stop before we get worse.
All right, bye guys. Happy New Year or whatever.
Alrighty.